Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you are all having a great day. To start things off, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Uber are apparently all backing Facebook's new cryptocurrency according to a new report. The Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday that the social media giant has signed on more than a dozen backers for its global coin cryptocurrency, a stablecoin that has been in development in secrecy for more than 6 months. Each of the new backers will roughly invest apparently $10 million in the project as part of a governing consortium for the cryptocurrency. Apparently what you need to do is Facebook announces themselves, or rather this was part of the speculation that was going around, but apparently it has now been confirmed, and that in order, if you want to contribute to the Facebook coin network and run a full node, you have to pay Facebook $10 million. Right. Stripe, Booking.com, and Mercado Libre are part of the project, according to the journal, though the report does not specify what their roles are. Facebook announced it was launching global coin last December, though the company indicated that it was looking at cryptocurrency as far back as 2017. The crypto is expected to be a stablecoin that will operate within the company's messaging infrastructure, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger. So I don't really know the full extent of exactly how far this is going to go. There was a lot of speculation depending on where you were looking at. You know, people like to speculate. We're in a very speculative industry, as it were, with cryptocurrencies. People were saying the initial news that we had from this was that people were thinking that Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Uber were actually going to start accepting the Facebook cryptocurrency. It appears after a bit of clarity, I think this is actually the Wall Street Journal article right here, it appears that they are going to be running nodes on it, and I assume that they're going to be doing so in order to be able to make fees from the money that has to go back and forth. No indication as of yet as to what the fees are going to be. We have, what is it, 15 almost at 15 months. We have 15 days left in this month, and we are supposed to receive, according to reports, news about the full scope of all of this sometime during this month. So we have, like I said, about 2 weeks left before we get full information, as far as no one knows what the fees are. But I assume the fees are probably going to be up there if they're willing to run a full node. Like, no one's just going to give away $10 million because they want to support Facebook. So yeah, this is the news right now. Still no indication as if these organizations, companies are actually going to accept their cryptocurrency, but it's still very, very weird. And I wonder what other names are also backing this and how deep this really goes, because if they've been planning this since 2017, there's probably a lot more happening behind the scenes that we are just completely unaware of. Kind of crazy. Next up, a technical analyst at Fundstrat Global Advisors says now is the time to buy Bitcoin. And a new note to clients, strategist Rob Sloimer says Bitcoin's Relative Strength Index, or RSI, is starting to show an uptrend or upward shift in Bitcoin's momentum. This was reported by Bloomberg. He said, another upside attempt appears to be developing for most cryptocurrencies. Increased exposure, we expect Bitcoin to stage another rally from current levels towards the next resistance between $8,800 and $9,000. Sloimer also highlights the impressive performance of Litecoin, advising clients to continue to use near-term pullbacks to accumulate. The last 2 weeks have been a very interesting time. 2018 was kind of like a buy the dip time. It was constantly buy the dip, and now what seems to be happening, especially because we received news about it as well, which I also think is very interesting, I guess because they're major companies who are also releasing this information. Anyway, the point is a lot of the larger companies are now telling their clients in letters, in emails, however they get in contact with their clients, start buying now, start accumulating more, because we're expecting the prices to actually go up. And normally this isn't very open information. I know a lot of other people were saying before, when I mentioned this like 3 other times in other videos, because we've been receiving, like I said, a lot of news like this. People were mentioning, why would we have the news, or why would they announce this openly? If you are in a gigantic fund, you are usually, maybe not contractually, but they usually expect updates as to when they should be doing stuff or how exactly their money is being managed. So a lot of times these things are very normal in the big money financial world. They will send you an email, they'll send you a message, they'll send you a so-and-so, hey, we see this happening, our so-and-so is indicating this, it looks like you should be buying more, hey, it looks like the prices may be going down, maybe you should sell off a little tiny bit, try and get some of your money on the side. This is very, very normal. I think a lot of people who may be relatively new to cryptocurrencies and or the financial world are usually skeptical when they hear stuff like this. It's fairly normal. It's not a, like, they don't, because the easiest way to explain it is that they tend to have anywhere from 5,000, 10,000, maybe 15,000, depending on how large they are, maybe even 100,000 customers who are really following exactly what they're saying. So usually they wouldn't put out some type of negative news or fake news, whatever you want to call it, to their clients, because if their clients start buying stuff or put their money into something and then it dramatically drops down, especially if you're in the States, you're usually up for a lawsuit. So they usually give out this information when they kind of see stuff that's actually happening. And according to what we've seen the last couple of days, Bitcoin was at 8,200 and now it's, I think, 8,700. So more or less they are on the right path. A lot of people expect the Bitcoin price to kind of hit 9,000 relatively soon. Could potentially even happen sometime this weekend. Next up, the 500,000 traditional traders that use the Reuters and Bloomberg financial terminals will now have access to an index from the 100 strongest performing cryptocurrencies and tokens. The terminal support for the CIX 100 index, developed by AI-powered cryptocurrency index provider Crypto Index, that's pretty okay, was revealed in a press release shared with Cointelegraph on the 13th of June. CIX 100 is a result of an analysis of over 1,800 coins, selected on the basis of their having consistently held a position in the top 200 for over 3 consecutive months and being traded on numerous exchanges, as well as on the basis of their social media popularity. Crypto Index harnesses artificial intelligence technology and a proprietary algorithm dubbed Zorax to determine the top 100 performing coins. I'm actually surprised that they're doing that many coins. Rather, it said 200, but I guess they're doing the top 100 coins. A lot of people have been talking about recently, especially over the last couple of months, around the top 15, top 20, top 25 coins to look into, or rather to kind of pay the most attention to. Typically when we see the funds or other funds out there talking about what cryptocurrencies that they are holding, it's usually just the top 10, top 15 coins, and they usually don't expand any further outside of that. So interesting to see that the CIX 100 will even do the top 100 coins, because in my opinion, a lot of, once you pass by like number 55, 60, a lot of the coins have horrible daily volumes. A lot of them spike up for no apparent reason, slam down because it was like a random pump. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. So Coinbase is in the news just about every single day. Here's another bit of news. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has expanded its Visa debit card services to 6 European countries, allowing customers in the region to spend their digital assets. According to a report from CNBC on Wednesday, the Coinbase card is now available for users in Spain, Germany, France, Italy, Ireland, and the Netherlands. With the card, customers will be able to spend their cryptocurrency assets, including Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin, in both online and physical stores that accept Visa. Coinbase first rolled out a cryptocurrency Visa debit card in April, exclusively for people in the United Kingdom. Zeeshan Feroz, CEO of Coinbase UK, did not disclose how many users the firm had signed up since April, but said in an interview with CNBC that it had blew past the initial 1,000 cards issued to customers for free. As previously reported by CoinDesk, Coinbase cards are linked to a mobile app available on both Android and iOS devices, in which customers can select which type of cryptocurrency they would like to use to fund each spending. So this is kind of the full circle come around as far as Coinbase being a bank. They have a banking license. They're issuing bank cards that have the Visa logo on them, where you can pay for stuff as if you were just using your normal bank. The expansion is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I assume because of regulatory pressure, they can't, or rather regulatory issues, they're probably not able at the moment to be able to expand this as far reaching as they would potentially like it to be. But I assume within, I give it I want to say 2.5 years. That's the time frame where I also expect other banks to kind of jump on the wagon as well, and either custodying cryptocurrencies or offering cryptocurrency bank accounts, because that's something that we all know that's coming. Whether you believe that or not, you are not really paying attention if you don't see within the next 2 years that multiple banks, especially some of the bigger banks, are either going to have their own cryptocurrency or allow you to deposit your normal cryptocurrency onto their platforms and then issue you a card to be able to pay with that through them. That's definitely going to be a thing. So yeah, like I said, Coinbase is in the news every single day. I think they're trying to not remain relevant, but they're just trying to make sure that they stick around. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but Coinbase, a lot of their market share has been and is being taken away by other exchanges that are opening up around the world. They are one of the more popular, or one of the most popular in the world, but they're still not as popular as Binance. And I assume that has to do because they launched in the US. And I think they have an office in the UK. And I think maybe, what is it? It's not Switzerland. I forgot where their other office is. But anyway, yay, Coinbase card, Visa, money, internet. Next up, Tether's effect on the crypto market at large cannot be understated. Not only does the fiat-backed stablecoin act as a safe haven asset, during downtrends and crashes in the past, sentiment surrounding Tether has had an enormous impact on Bitcoin's price. In the past, Tether turmoil has led to massive increases in Bitcoin's price and the value of other crypto assets as capital held in Tether outflows back into other cryptocurrencies. The overall market cap of Tether also appears to act as a magnet for Bitcoin's price, with the price of the digital asset increasing sharply whenever new Tether is injected into the crypto market. With yet another $500 million worth of Tether's market cap added to the crypto market since mid-May, that is $500 million. Since mid-May, another Bitcoin price surge may also be ahead. A bit of a backdrop for those who may be new, or just a bit of a refresher for those who have no idea what's going on. Tether has been around for at least 2 years right now. Every single time that new Tether is created, printed, minted, whatever word you like to use in that situation, Bitcoin has typically shot up in price. There were a lot of speculation. It was speculated that in 2017, a large part of the Bitcoin price movements upward was because of Tether being printed, made, and that Tether, or at least part of that Tether, being used to buy up Bitcoin. We also had indications from the people, I think it was Bitfinex or Tether, I can't remember at the moment, they're always in the news, about a week or two ago, who announced that their Tether is not 100% backed by paper money, that it is in fact also backed by other assets, and apparently Bitcoin is also another fragment of the assets backing Tether. So the rabbit hole goes kind of deep. It says there's no denying Tether's influence over the entire crypto space. Not only is it the leading stablecoin and the only stablecoin in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap, it has also become the crypto trader's first choice to hedge against falling cryptocurrencies, regardless of what controversy the Tether crypto has had. People still use it in mass because it has the largest liquidity of any other stablecoin that we have right now in the market. Traders will exchange Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, XRP, or Litecoin for Tether when they expect prices to fall. It is 1-to-1 to the US dollar. Where's the other really important part? Here's some little charts over here. Trying to find the actual information. Apparently what ended up happening was the last time the crypto analyst pointed out fresh Tether printing was back in late April, when the Tether treasury minted another $300 million. Can you imagine being able to create $300 million in an instant? $300 million of the stablecoin. This appeared to be the trigger that took Bitcoin's price above $6,000 and climbed higher to $9,000, where it's consolidating below right now. So I think apparently a month ago, was it $500 million was created, and I think another, where was it? I think another 150 million, was printed, says today. So no one, like I said, no one really knows exactly how far this is going. I mean, I've spoken about the dangers of Tether, or to be wary of treasure. Apparently no one heeds any warning. This is the same exact thing in 2017. People were asking me to talk about BitConnect on the channel, and I was like, it looked like a scam, and no one paid any attention until things kind of fell apart. What it looks like, what might be happening, in my view, is that Tether and Bitfinex may be legitimate. It also seems as if part of their investment strategy may be to get funding from investors in the form of fiat currencies to put, or other assets, to bank that, put that aside somewhere, and then simply use that to be able to create more Tether as they have a backing for the Tether, and then using that Tether as part of their business strategy to be able to accumulate more Bitcoin. We do know that there are other, we haven't had explicit information from Tether or Bitfinex that this is happening. But the people from Tether and Bitfinex have announced that they do hold some Bitcoin to collateralize the Tether stablecoin. And we do know that there are multiple companies around the world who hold 1% of all Bitcoin, 5% of all Bitcoin. So it is probably safe to assume a company as large as Tether probably gets enough backing from other companies, institutions, rich people, whatever you want to call them, to be able to also use that to be able to create the stablecoin, to be able to buy and invest in Bitcoin. Kind of the way that I've conceptualized it in my head to kind of make sense of the entire thing, because it does kind of make sense. You know, you get the money to create a cryptocurrency. That cryptocurrency is then used to buy up another cryptocurrency, which then also causes a shortage in the amount of Bitcoin that's floating around. And because of that shortage, the Bitcoin price goes up, and then more people put their money into Tether to create more of the stablecoin to be able to buy more Bitcoin, which then goes back into the company, which is probably also held by multiple investors to be able to accumulate and have more Bitcoin in their reserves. This is the only way that I've been able to kind of put things together. As a company that is able to print $500 million, $150 million on a digital whim, I don't think they're just printing one-to-ones. They're probably also accumulating large amounts of Bitcoin because it also benefits them as well. Anyway, let's move on. To kind of finish things up, Nevada has passed regulatory sandbox legislation aimed at continuing blockchain investment and entrepreneurism, in the state. Governor Steve Sisolak signed the blockchain bills on the 7th of June and the 13th of June as well. These are partial, to a number of bills that passed in the state that support the continued growth of financial technology and blockchain. In February of this year, Nevada legislators introduced a suite of bills designed to promote blockchain adoption. They were SB 161 for regulatory sandbox, SB 162 creates a definition for public blockchains, 163 authorizes businesses to store and maintain corporate records on a blockchain, and SB 164 defines virtual currencies as intangible personal property and therefore exempts them from personal property taxation. The state's attitude to the emerging technology were truly cut, in 2017 after the successful passage of SB 398. Attracted significant blockchain investment in the state. I'm pretty sure Nevada was the state where that guy bought a huge amount of land and he's trying to build a blockchain city. I don't think it says it anywhere around here. It's nice to see that there are places within the states that are doing their darndest. It may not be the best regulation or legislation, but at least they're doing something. I've seen a lot of people get very upset the last couple of days in the comment section. I do apologize for the news that I am delivering, but it's the stuff that we have out there right now. A lot of people are not too happy with the cryptocurrency exchanges either leaving the US, being restricted in the US, or Binance stopping people from using Binance.com only within the US. People were asking when that was going to happen because people were going to Binance.com and they were like, I can still get in. I think it's happening. I've heard between July and September. I haven't looked into the exact date when it's going to happen. I assume as time gets closer, usually the people from Binance send out a flurry of tweets and they let everybody know, you have 7 days. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do so and so and so. But it's getting a little weird. So anyway, the point is Nevada. I think it was Nevada. Was it Utah? Idaho? I'm just throwing that one out there. And there was one other state. They're doing very, very well when it comes to blockchain and crypto bills and trying to make sure that within their state that cryptocurrencies aren't labeled as property or something like that. Like they are as currency, like you can use them freely, or they're trying to, what was the other state that was trying to, was it Washington state? Where they were trying to like stop the taxation of you using your cryptocurrencies to be able to buy stuff as opposed to you having to write it down and then notify the IRS that I've bought something with cryptocurrencies. Like I said, one side, the SEC and the CFTC are just not doing their job at this point, but it's nice to see that other states are still trying to have some type of an initiative when it comes to all of this stuff. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, SC Verzely Fine Art, Crypto and Beer Shipmate, Brady Niels, L. Doug, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, Shaolin Fried Rice, Gilliboa Snake, Crypto Joe, Mohair Maroney, Carl Birchenoff, singer-songwriter Mike Savitz, Rai Rai, Yasha Harari, Amy Starsheen, Jeffrey Ramsey, Crip, Nautic, Clara T, Snowden, Crypto Artist, Coldy, 3D, Nicholas, One Earth, One Peace, One Love, Setsuna, Nick Kanaya, Richie Rich the Third, RF Dusty, Cody, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Tom and Sam are losers, Jeremy the Photographer, Jim Gardner, Minting Coins, Arthur Yaku, Nick Mangialavori, Anthony Charles, and Mechanic. Thank you all very much for your support. At the moment, the market's not doing too bad. For those who are not looking at the screen, Bitcoin at the moment of me making this video is currently up by 4.29%. It's sitting at $8,700, or roughly, give or take a couple of dollars and cents. It's not doing too bad. Doing pretty okay. We experienced something yesterday. I don't know if you guys, for those who are not looking at the screen, once again, for those who are looking at the screen, if you look right here, this website has not only the US dollar price, but also has the Satoshi price. Right here, altcoins yesterday took a major hit. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but against the Satoshi price, the other altcoins were not faring very well at all. Bitcoin is, I don't know if they have the actual Bitcoin dominance up here, is at 56%. What a lot of analysts thinks, wow, what a lot of analysts think, is that correct? Analysts think that what's happening right now is that Bitcoin is poising itself, getting ready to try and hit over $9,000. With $9,000, you go to 95, and you scratch the surface of 9,900 until it cracks, and then you go over 10,000. This is what they think is happening. This is why Bitcoin is currently up by 4.28%. People think that we are, this weekend, going to try to rush to hit 9,000. On that same note, a lot of people think this is why the other coins have maybe gone down, against the Satoshi value, is because the altcoins were being sold off, especially like somewhere around here, very dramatically in order to, like, this isn't even accurate as far as what was really happening against the Bitcoin price. And it's this idea that when we do hit $10,000, that the price of Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. This is the idea. No one knows if this is going to happen, but a lot of people think that we've been waiting for so long for 10,000, and it's a huge psychological and money logical barrier that Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. And in this panic and fear of missing out panic, that people might start to accelerate the sell-off of their altcoins, trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible to be able to, join the ride going up. All speculation, but it looks like a lot of that might be coming true, as a lot of the altcoins compared to the Satoshi value have all gone down. A lot of them were they were all in the red yesterday, especially as Bitcoin was the only coin in the green, except for, the other random coins that sometimes go up by 25% and then 2 days later, they're no longer even in the list. Anyway, very interesting. I hope that this weekend gives us great things. I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and listening. I'm very excited. I just want us to kind of, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I just want us to hit past the 10,000, even if it's only for a second. I think the 9,999 barrier is annoying. And I kind of just want us to get past it so we can continue to have renewed growth in the cryptocurrencies market. Thank you all once again for watching and listening, and I will definitely talk to you all soon. See you.